Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a ride on a Esoteric Cloud, which is a lighter, less dense, and also vibing on a higher frequency and vibration vehicle. And when your spirit jumps into Esoteric Cloud, it can fly and float to higher, more expanded, wider and wiser realms of reality, so you can have a bird's eye view, a higher perspective about yourself and your own circumstances as well. Before we start the video, I want to appreciate your presence, your view. Thank you very much. Your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. Shout out to my beautiful partner Mystaria. Check her link tree in the description down below. Check my link tree in the description down below. If you want to buy a wand like this is a mini fire wand. I will post something about it on my IG. I'll make a video about wands here on my YouTube channel. Use the email in the description down below, esotericsurfer69@gmail.com, to book a service to donate via PayPal, to get some of those beautiful ones for yourself as well. Check my link tree in the description down below. A huge shout out to my SoulGroup. A huge shout out to everybody out there changing the world right now. A huge shout out to Pokemon, not Pokemon, to Archanger Uriel and to Archanger Michael, and to my Pokemon Michael, right? Uriel, and also to my Pokemon Unite team, Unique Stars. So today we're talking about Mercury in Gemini going into retrograde, and right now at the present moment it's very close to Taurus, and the Sun in Taurus is very close to Gemini as well. So let's make this quick because it's already flunked out on itself. Okay, so what does Mercury in retrograde means that we are thinking, communicating and analyzing things of the past, and we might be analyzing or thinking about what's in front of us right now, and we are using the same spaceships, the same mental forms that we did in the past to evaluate a current situation. And you should not do that. You should do the other way around. With your newly developed spaceships, you take a look at the past and you analyze the past with a new mindset. What can happen right now is you, instead of thinking about the future, you are thinking about the past. Okay, you are wasting your energy, because retrogrades are very good for you to think about the future, right? And then you go and think about the past because you want to create a better situation for the future. If you just get stuck thinking about the past, you are wasting your time, let me tell you, alright? And with Mercury retrogrades, it can really happen like people, places and things coming back into your life. Internet connection might be a little bit flunk, something might happen with your phone, with devices, you had somebody, it was on your surroundings, you were talking cool, you were alright. Now, because something of their past is coming up into their mind, they look at you in a different way. And retrograde is not time to do that, alright? Retrograde is time, as I said, it's time to solidify your position into the future or in the present with things of the past. If you are changing your present life because something of the past, you're wrong. But if you're changing something from the past because you better now or because you want to be better, then you're doing the right thing. Alright, so don't get stuck in the past with your mind. Okay, especially because the mind is not even meant to think about the future, but it's better to use the mind to think about the future than to think about the past. The mind is to think about what you're doing right now, okay? It's like you might be afraid to go outside into the world and you are using your mind to think what might happen. You can do that, but it's not the right thing to do. And right now people are doing not even that. They want to go out of the house, but they are afraid because they remembered something from the past, and that even though that was not present in their most recent experience, because they just washed up under that past current, they will awaken fears, insecurities, thought process that they thought they were gone and done with that, but because they did no real shadow work, they really didn't go and explore their internal natures. They just jumping from current to current, feeling different things instead of really develop a strong spaceship for themselves. All right. So with retrogrades, what you want to do is make sure that if you missed an opportunity, you do it. Okay? Not because you missed it in the past, because it can bring something better to the present or the future. Don't do it just because you have the opportunity to do it again. Do it because it will improve your present and future situation. All right? But many times it applies the fact that if you missed an opportunity, because Mercury moves fast, but it's closer to us, the events, people, places and things that manifest through the movement of Mercury, they can be more recent or they can be more fresh into our mind. Okay? So many times the retrograde will bring things to you that you can use currently. But if we go further into Saturn and Jupiter, when those are in retrograde, that's way more internal work. That's way more detaching from generational curses, healing childhood trauma. With Mercury, it's like you had an opportunity to conversate with somebody that could lead you into a new position. Now you got that chance again. Do it. You know, it's not so much about going in and transforming this, healing that. It's more like put your pieces on the table and then play with it, because you forgot some pieces at home, so you can go pick the pieces you left at home, and now you can play again with the full board. You know, things like that. And because it's in Gemini, it can be very confusing. It can, if you are by default have a lot of mutable energy, or if you're a sheep, robot, or you just doubt your own individuality, because Mercury is in Gemini, which Mercury likes to be in Gemini, so you're not gonna feel opposed, you're not gonna feel weird, you're gonna feel like it's the right thing to do, you're gonna feel like it's comfortable. But it might, Mercury is comfortable in the third house, aka Gemini, but you might not be, so check that out. And because it's mutable, it can wash away your individuality, your star, into places you don't want to be anymore. Because one thing is thinking about it, then the second step is you thought so much about it, or with such intent, because sometimes it's not about time, it's about how fuel you put into that spaceship, into that travel. Sometimes you do that so much that now you really gonna experience that again. And with Mercury retrograde, sometimes you don't need to experience those things. You just need to think about it, make quick mental esoteric math, accept the outcome, and you're cool. Okay, you don't need to go through those experiences. But if it's like Mars retro, if it's like Jupiter retro, you need to experience you cleaning that shit. With Mercury, you just might need to think about it, like, oh, if that person pops up again, I'll pay them no mind. And they don't even pop up. But if you're kind of interested, if you're kind of be like, oh, it would be funny to see, oh, they will pop up. And they might smack you in the ass or in the face for you to catch up the pace of your own current life. Alright? But Mercury in Gemini retrograde, thinking, communicating and analyzing in a mutable, adaptable, free, light, with no cardinal points, with no fixed points, with no starting points. You just do it. So it's very easy to be lost on your own mind. It's very easy to somebody else come on. They might be even present in your life. It might not be somebody coming from the past, but it might be somebody who you just yesterday, before Mercury went into retrograde, so they're still present. They are a part of your present, but they are bringing past stuff from their life, so they feel weird, or you feel like they are in a different way to you. You feel connected in a different way because their spirit now has different veils, different cloths, different vehicles that you might not know, because they might bring things from the past that you were not there to experience with them, right? And now it's like they still your friend, they still your associate, they still in your surroundings, but they have something else, okay? So if it's not you, it's somebody else bringing some past shit, okay? Maybe that new friend you didn't knew they were connected to the old friend, so the new friend being in retrograde will bring the old friend to you. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, and it's very easy for you to just be lost in it. You don't even recognize you are repeating a pattern from the past, because it's just Gemini. It just feels good. It feels normal. It feels connective. It feels like as well. Don't be hasty in making decisions right now, because you might be jumping into a portal, into a decision that was you from the past that should have done, or your standards right now are repeating the standards from the past, so that means that those choices will not fit, will not benefit into your present situation. They would in your past circumstance. And sometimes on retrogrades, it's more recognizing that you missed those opportunities instead of taking them back. It's like, I missed that opportunity and now I must follow my path in this way. If I took that opportunity, I would go that way, but now I see I could have taken that opportunity. I was flunked out. I didn't trust myself, or I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't jump into that past portal. Okay, so if you make decisions like because then you have to remember Venus and Jupiter are in Aries, sextiling this Mercury retrograde in Gemini. So you might have the opportunity to feel right, to feel hell yeah, but your mind is not at full capacity at the moment. So keep that in mind. And there is a reason why fixed signs prosper in retrogrades, because you have to accumulate some experience in order to make really good decisions. If you jump on it, you are making a decision from the past, not from the present moment, all right? So, but Mercury is right now in the cusp of Gemini and Taurus, so when Mercury goes back into Taurus, we're gonna see if what we did the short period while Mercury was on Gemini, was it real? Was it profitable? Did it make sense, or we were just moody? We just want some freedom. We thought we couldn't handle the situation because in the past we were weaker, but now we're stronger, but you might fail to recognize that. Taurus will tell that lesson. Taurus will tell you if you were upholding the right values. Taurus will tell you if you were valuing yourself. Were you taking care of yourself? Were you seeing yourself as bountiful and beautiful? Or were you, with Mercury in Gemini, just lost in the sauce, scattered everywhere, taking every person's advice about you but yours? Because I have a friend, a past friend, he had Gemini Sun and Gemini Moon, and he would accept anything that others would think about him. If others think he's weird, he now thinks he's weird. If others think he's an old man because he might develop some patterns about that, now he believes he's an old man, but he's the same age as I. If some people believe he's dumb, now he believes he's dumb. If I believe he's smart, now he believes. Where is his belief? Where his thoughts? You know, so that can happen with you right now, and then while Mercury is transiting back to Taurus, you might accept others' mentalities about you, and then Mercury goes into Taurus and you really experience that. So be careful with that as well. But Mercury retrograde in Taurus, it will be even deeper into the past, because Taurus is already past by default, getting fixed in the past or in the most recent past. Water is the further past, fire is the most further future, air is the recent future, the recent potential, earth is the most recent past, the most recent memories, okay, the most recent things that you did physically. All right, so when Mercury goes back into Taurus, you will go again deep within that sense of past, but now it will be more real. Now with Mercury in Gemini, you can go in and go out of that past real quick. But if you do it too much right now, if you get comfortable with that fogginess in your mind, it's okay, we can do it later. Or if you jump into conclusions and decisions without thoroughly analyzing if is it from the past or is it from the future, in Taurus you'll be fixated on that. There will be no escaping, only when Mercury picks up pace again back into Gemini. So be careful with that, okay? Make sure you are being individual, make sure you are maintaining a sense of routine and pattern, make sure you believe you can achieve your goals, make sure that you separate others' thoughts and ideas from your thoughts and ideas. Don't you accept others' thoughts just because they're close to you, just because they have a higher status, just because they seem smarter, they might not be. They might just be using a sense of validation to show you they're smarter, aka a diploma, a paper, other people validating them. Who cares about that? If that person is not helping you out with your life, they dumb as fuck. If they're only telling you, I'm smarter than you, and then they don't give you anything, probably they ain't smarter than you. Because really smart people, they like to share their discoveries. They like to share how much further my mind can go, so you can go with me as further as those are the real smart, intelligent people. They like to help those around them being smart and intelligent as well. If they don't do that, it's because they can't, okay? They are not really smart. They just look smart. They just think they're smart, but they're not really smart. And a lot of people might be popping up on you because Mercury is in Gemini, and they might be doing that, all right? They might be like, you're not smart enough because back then, you're not smart enough because back then. Bitch, we're talking about the present right now, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep your mind strong. Don't be frustrated with technology failing on you, friends failing on you, family members failing on you, your surroundings failing on you. Everybody flunk right now. Everybody that doesn't know about these currents and transits, because they're gonna be like, I'm losing, or I'm feeling this way, what's going on, what the fuck, oh my god. And you're gonna be like, you already, if you watch my channel, Dolos or SoulGroup channel, even before Mercury went retrograde, you were already calculating, you were already, okay, things about the past will pop up in my mind. And I can be very mutable, I can be very open to them, so let me reinforce my sense of security, my own way to be and see in the world, and I'm cool. So not only you know what's going on, you know what measures to take. They're not aware of the transits, they're not aware of the currents, they don't even know what's going on. And that might manifest with Mercury in Gemini retrograde, they coming back to ask you for help. And you can't help them. You know, first is their past things. It's not your past things. And then, if they don't know why it's happening, you can't help them for sure. So keep that in mind. Be careful. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too negative as well. Because then when Mercury goes back into Taurus, that will be fixed and real in your life. Alright? So, it was a pleasure making this video for you. I hope you enjoyed. Till the next time, as a Cloud Surfer, surfing out. Bye!